You all suck! Mark my words, I'm gonna be a millionaire by next year. If this person, and this person can do it before even graduating high school, then how hard can it be? Why am I not a millionaire yet? This video could either give you the realization that you needed all this time, or it can give you like an existential crisis, or it could just very well do nothing. So the pressure to achieve literally everything at such a young age, where does this come from? Well, it could very well just started from that one time that like you came home from school and your parents were like, what? These grades suck! Oh my goodness, why can't you be more like Billy over there, getting A's? It's like, why are you trying to compare me to someone else that I'm not? Because I know that we all hate that, or maybe even like you were him, you were that kid that every parent compared their kids to. Or if it's not that, then what it mainly is, because this is kind of like where it started for me, like when you scroll on like YouTube, Insta, Facebook, I don't know what you use, TikTok, whatever, and then you see like some person who's maybe even your age, maybe like a year older, or even just like way younger than you, just achieving so much more than you have in life. And then it just makes you feel like shit, because you look at that and you're like, man, how is this kid like 15 years old and they're already like a multi-millionaire? It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I feel like many people fall into this trap as well, because you see all this, and then either it just makes you feel like absolute trash and then you just think you're a loser, or for some people it just lights a fire under your ass and you're like, oh yeah, I can achieve that too, watch this. Which is kind of what happened to me, because pretty much literally everyone on this channel, like all of my audience on this channel, does not know that I used to have like a previous career online that I won't reveal now, but I'll reveal it later, so it'll be like a bigger surprise, you know? And no, I know what you're thinking. No, it was not anything weird. No, it was none of that. But I feel like a lot of the time when you would see like a really rich kid online, or even like some of those videos where like the guy, he like goes up to people in their car and he's like, what do you do for a living? And they're driving like a Lamborghini or something, hasn't even graduated high school yet, and they're driving like a Porsche. And they're like, oh yeah, I started my own business at this age. But then you just scroll down to the comments and a lot of it is just like, daddy's money, daddy's money. Why can't they just be honest about what they do? Which is, it's pretty funny. It is true a lot of the time. I feel like a lot of the time they are like pretty much BSing a lot of it. But it makes you think, because there is some cases where people have achieved millions at like such a young age. I mean, like look at E-Man, for example. This guy who is known for documenting his entire journey from when he was a broke 15-year-old kid, like living with his mom, who struggled to keep the power on in their house because that's how tough it was, to now being a multi-millionaire. I'm pretty sure he's almost worth like $100 million now. If not, he already is. I don't know. I'm not like updated on that type of stuff, so I don't know like his net worth. And then you see a lot of it with like the whole like Fortnite boom back in 2017, 2018, 2019. Like all these young kids just like playing Fortnite, and then they're achieving so much money, like 10K, 20K, 100K a month just from playing fucking Fortnite. And then you see all this happening and just feel like left behind. It's like, why didn't I get on this earlier? Or I'm not good enough to achieve any of this. And again, it all comes back to, man, I'm not doing well enough in life. All these people are doing better than me at such a young age. What am I doing wrong? And I kind of felt this way too. I felt this way like senior year of high school. I'm like, damn, I'm not making like $10,000 a month as a senior. Now, like looking back at it now, it sounds so obscenely stupid, because like, yeah, who the fuck is? Like, who is making $10,000 a month as a senior in high school? Pretty much nobody. But with my two previous videos just completely blowing it out of the water with what I expected them to do. Like I uploaded that high school video not expecting anything of it. I was like, if this gets 500 or 1,000 views, I'll be happy. I'll call that a win. Lo and behold, new most viewed video. Like, what happened? No, it really shocked me too, because I was at work. I come home and I see that my video was at like 40,000 views, after when I had previously checked on it, it was like at 100. That was really crazy to see for me. That was like a euphoric moment. And I really thank all of you for that. That really does mean a lot to me. Another reason you might feel the pressure to achieve something so young is because maybe you don't know what you want to do, and your parents are pressuring you like, hey man, what are your plans? You know, you got to do something. And you're like, what? I don't want to do the thing that you have planned for me. But then again, I don't know what I want to do. Now, always with this pressure to achieve everything at such a young age, there's always the disappointment phase, you know? It's kind of like what I just talked about, how, oh, I'm not making all this money like before I graduated high school. It's like, what am I doing with my life? It's like, yeah, who does? Our expectations are so beyond like what they should be right now, because we're just blasted with all these people all day, every day, of people doing better than us in life and just achieving way more than what we have. So there's just like this this whole disappointment thing. And for me personally, this pushed me to like work a lot harder on myself. So that's how I got a lot of people telling me like, oh my gosh, man, like how do you edit your videos like that? Like how do you make thumbnails? Well, I'm completely self-taught. I didn't take no course or anything. I literally just learned. It all just spiraled from me just having an interest in creating thumbnails in Photoshop and then learning how to make videos in Premiere Pro. It's really all it is. Just practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you get at it, which is like no duh, but a lot of people say that, but then no one actually does it. So it keeps on getting repeated. Now, is this pressure a good or bad thing? Well, actually, I think it's both, because it can go both ways for different people. For some people, it can either motivate you to get off your ass and do something with your life, kind of like me, and that's what it did for me. It motivated me to like do more and achieve more at such a young age. But it can also be bad because it can lead people to like the infinite disappointment phase, to where you just feel like shit forever. Because a lot of people will just feel like, oh man, I'm too old now, I can never achieve this now. Like, no, first of all, no, that's not true at all. Second of all, if you're still alive, it's not too late. That's what I see a lot of people with, people who are struggling with weight loss. It's like, oh man, I'm like 50 years old, it's too late for me now, I'm not young anymore, I can't lose weight. It's like, no, it's not too late for you. First of all, if you're still alive, you still have time to change it. I don't know why you're still just complaining about this. Now, of course, something like that, calories in, calories out, of course, it's simple, but simple does not mean easy. I think that's what a lot of people get wrong. As someone who's made it to the other side, it's like as someone who grew up as like the fat kid and now finally like not being obese anymore, I would always look at people who were fat and just think like, man, dude, it's like, come on. It's so easy. I even made a whole video about it. But now looking back at it now, it's kind of just like, it's simple, but it's not easy for everyone. Now that leads me to the last point that I think I want to make. I think it's the last point. I don't freaking know. This goes back to like the people that beat themselves up over this. Having this pressure is good, but don't beat yourself up over it. Because if the thing that you're trying to achieve is financial success, first of all, that's a very difficult journey. Second of all, who the heck does? Like, very few people actually like make it to that type of level of success. Now, this isn't me saying that you shouldn't try. No. You should absolutely strive to achieve your goals. What I'm saying is don't expect the journey to be easy or expect results like instantly. Like for everyone that's about my age watching this, it's like, yes, I too want to like achieve that type of success. Like who doesn't want to achieve that success? Everyone wants to achieve something like that. But what I'm saying is if you beat yourself up over it for something that's like so rare anyways, like dude, what are you doing? It's like the same thing with like the fitness community. I'm not sure if like anyone else notices this, but like you'll scroll on like Instagram, right? And then you'll see like a bunch of people that are like jacked and shredded. And I would see this like every single day and I would think like, man, dude, like everyone is so jacked, everyone's shredded outside. I can't compete with this. And then you go outside. Pretty much no one has like that type of frame, if you know what I mean. This isn't me like disrespecting anyone. I'm just saying like this is just the truth. You go outside and the average person is like what, 50 pounds overweight? So what I'm saying is the goals that you're probably trying to achieve, stop thinking that everyone has them, because I'm not sure if like many other people know about this, but they say like statistically 95% of diets fail for like people that are trying to like lose weight. And I don't say that to like discourage anyone at all. I say that kind of encourage you, you know? It's like, oh, how's that encouraging? You're just saying that it's gonna fail. No, I'm saying that you can be part of the 5% that actually succeeds. In fact, I even made a video on exactly how I lost like so much weight. And like I said earlier, it's simple, but not always easy. And then everyone always has this expectation to do it super quickly. Like I even had this expectation like when I was in senior year of high school, like I said earlier, that why am I not achieving this yet? Like how have I not achieved so much financial success at such a young age? Because I always see all these people online being millionaires like before even like thinking about college. But a lot of it, you have to realize that those are like exceptionally rare cases, that stuff like this takes time. I saw a video by someone else the other day. Someone mentioned me in a video, which I was like, what the heck? Like I've never been mentioned before on YouTube ever. And he pretty much had the exact same thoughts of, yeah, I had this expectation out of high school that why am I not like successful yet? And I felt that on a personal level. It's like when I was working all these like 50-hour weeks, like I had some weeks where I was doing 60-hour weeks along with coming home and then doing YouTube as well, because it takes time. That I read in this book, I forgot what the book was called, but I know I read it one time, and it said that progress is exponential. You'll be making progress for a long time, it'll seem like nothing. You see this a lot with YouTube, for example. It's like you see some random ass channel, maybe even my channel, to where just literally out of nowhere, you just see them like skyrocket in views and subscribers. Like I had a few friends tell me that this is what was happening with my channel, to where I had been uploading consistently for a whole year before I had my high school video blow up, you could say. I had been in the content creation game for over 7 years at that point, because I had first started making videos when I was 12 years old, but we don't talk about those. Those are for a different time. Those were awful. But I think that's the beauty of it. It's that a lot of success lies behind like this image right here that's like been circulating around. So you never know. It's right around the corner. It could be right around the corner for you. But a lot of people, they just see like a lack of progress and they give up. It's like, how I see it is, time is gonna pass anyways. There's nothing we can do to stop it. It's not like we can fast forward time, or we can slow down time, or we can stop it. There's nothing we can do. Time is gonna pass anyways. Now you can either sit there and complain about it, or you can either just guarantee your progress anyways. That's kind of how I see it. But yeah, the one thing, the main takeaway from this is don't be discouraged if you haven't achieved anything young. I'm not saying this like if I've achieved everything, because I still haven't. I'm still broke. I'm still like a broke teenager. So of course you can just take everything I said with like a grain of salt. But I say this to kind of just like relate to a lot of people that are like feeling the same thing, because a lot of people always feel discouraged when they see like someone else achieving more than them, either like while they're younger or maybe like the same age. But I'm here to tell you that a lot of those situations are so exponentially rare. You're comparing yourself to something that's so obscene. You know, it's like, sorry about like talking about like fitness so much, but it's like you go into the gym, right? You don't just bench 405 like your first day in the gym. Like, no, that doesn't happen. You need to work up to it. You'll slowly build yourself up to that level over time. Now, some people may never get to that level because they give up before they even get there. But for those that try and stay consistent for long enough, they do eventually see that success. But I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what do you guys think? Am I like spot on here? Am I just like stupid? Wait. Hold on. Before you go, I just want to thank this one person, Flynn Vassence. I think that's how you pronounce your name?
Flynn Vassence.
Yeah. So this person is the first ever person to become a channel member. And that is crazy, because the one time I ever mentioned like channel memberships was so long ago, like in the last part of like a Minecraft video. To show you just how grateful I am for this, I want to dedicate the last 6 seconds of this video to you. And I guarantee all of you that this will be the greatest last 6 seconds of a video you will ever see in your life.
Fine. If that's the way you want it, I will cover this whole classroom with poop and diarrhea